Denis Irwin was such an excellent football player that Sir Alex Ferguson said he can only remember him making just one error in his entire career. Ferguson also stated that if he had to select his all-time Manchester United 11, Irwin would be the only player guaranteed a spot. Now that's a very bold statement from one of the best managers ever to coach the game. So, how good was Denis Irwin then? Let's find out. He was used primarily at left back but was two-footed and as skilled on the right, all the while being a specialist free kick and penalty taker. He was arguably the most talented defender to ever play for Ireland, apart from perhaps Paul McGrath. Irwin spent his early years playing football with Cork club Everton after being born and bred in Cork City, the unofficial capital of Ireland. He started his professional career in England at Leeds United, then moved on to Oldham and, in 1990, Manchester United. He ended his United career with an outstanding 529 appearances and 33 goals in one of the most successful teams in English football history. He also made 56 appearances for his nation and played in the 1994 World Cup. Although many of the young people of today will never have the chance to witness the Irishman play in person while wearing a United jersey, except from the infrequent appearances with the Legends 11, Denis Irwin's name will always be associated with Manchester United. He wasn't as loud as players like Brian Robson, Peter Schmeichel or Roy Keane, but his significance to United cannot and should not be overlooked. Irwin will be in high demand in today's game as it has become increasingly difficult to find a trustworthy, complete fullbacks. What we see today are fullbacks that are excellent at attacking but terrible at defending like Trent Alexander-Arnold, or fullbacks that are excellent at defending but don't offer much going forward like Aaron Wan-Bissaka. This wasn't the case for Irwin as he could attack as well as defend, and he gained a reputation for his free kicks and penalties. He also possessed many other traits that make a good defensive player. Above anything else, he was Mr. Dependable, a group favourite who preferred to do his talking on the pitch and not the press and social media nonsense we see nowadays. Perhaps this is why Sir Alex Ferguson rejected the idea of selling Irwin to Leeds United. As the tale goes, 25 years ago, Manchester United chairman Martin Edwards received a call from Leeds president Bill Fotherby, who was interested in bringing the Irishman back to Ellen Road for a second stint. After Ferguson and Edwards downplayed their interest in Irwin, the phone call became legendary. Ferguson stated that he would prefer to buy rather than sell, and this decision ultimately resulted in Eric Cantona joining Manchester United. Everything else they say is history. Irwin was one of Ferguson's best ever signings, and he was bought from Oldham for £625,000. Irwin was signed for £625,000 after an outstanding performance against Manchester United in an FA Cup semi-final when playing for Oldham, and he quickly established himself as a key member of the Man United back four. Irwin, who could play on either flank, was crucial to Ferguson's team's success in the 1990s, which culminated in the infamous treble of 1999. He was dependable in all circumstances, and his versatility in playing as an inverted left-back helped the development of a young Gary Neville at right-back. Irwin's quality wasn't affected in any way, and he went on to become Alan Hansen's all-time best left and right-back in the Premier League. Irwin, who was 33 years old, then played the entire 90 minutes in that famous Champions League final against Bayern Munich, proving his worth beyond his years. The impressiveness of Irwin's tenacity at the top level can be seen in Guardiola's fullback revolution, which saw Zalabetta and Kolarov replaced by £50 million additions. Even though he was a defender, Irwin had exceptional set-piece skills. Before David Beckham became a moving brand name, Irwin was whacking free kicks into the postage stamp from left and right with the carefree attitude of a clay pigeon gunner. In reality, Irwin actually appeared strangely out of place when he stood over a free kick, like an antelope in a skate park. However, it became a characteristic of his effortless ability to smash the ball, sending it spinning through the air with a heat missile locked on its target. Let's back it up a bit to January 1994. One of the early Premier League's first true classics was about to take place. A goal by Neil Ruddock with 10 minutes remaining allowed Manchester United to tie the game 3-3 after jumping out to an early 3-goal lead over Liverpool. Irwin was standing over a free kick that was about 30 yards away in the 24th minute. In the 7-man Liverpool wall, a young man with floppy hair was ready to leap out and stop Irwin from securing his likely victory. However, Irwin fired the ball and it flew through the air like a dart into the top corner. Grobbelaar couldn't do anything to stop that hit. He might as well be standing at the opposite end of the field next to Schmeichel. The only resistance Irwin faced was a hesitant leap beyond his goal line. If Julian Diggs was like a shotgun firing the dead ball with force and fury, Irwin was like a sniper, calm and collected, picking his mark and sweeping home with beautiful brilliance. Irwin's international career was comparable to that of his teammate Ryan Giggs in that he never saw the same degree of success outside a club competition despite having exceptional talent. Irwin participated in just one international tournament, the 1994 World Cup, and throughout his time with the team, he struggled to create an impression on the international football scene due to a general lack of quality in the squad. How different this situation may have been if Irwin had chosen to continue playing Gaelic football as he had done in his youth after being identified as a future star of the nation's national sport. Given that Irish football has always struggled to outmaneuver Gaelic, there is little doubt that the sense of Irish pride and the sport itself would have increased, and Irwin's moments of serving his nation would have been much more appreciated. Nevertheless, Manchester United's decision to support associated football brought them one of the all-time greats of the Premier League. Unquestionably, the 1998-1999 treble-winning season will go down as Ferguson's best, and it was a season in which Irwin played a key role yet again. In May 1999, United won the Premier League by defeating Tottenham on the final day of the season, defeated Newcastle United at Wembley in the FA Cup final, and then made history by defeating a dazed Bayern Munich in the Champions League final in Barcelona. Irwin often recalls those 10 days fondly. In all competitions that season, Irwin made 44 starts. He was mostly a defender, but he and Ryan Giggs made a lot of overlapping left-wing runs, which were a key component of that season's success. Irwin realised his days as a regular at Old Trafford were numbered as a new era began to take shape there. He had the option of retiring at the top or staying at United and collecting his salary as a bench player. He most definitely already earned that privilege. However, the Corkman joined Wolves, gained promotion to the Premier League, and added another victory medal to his collection, realising he had more to offer. The next season, when he made his Old Trafford comeback with the Midland club, he received a standing ovation from his former fans who will never forget the contribution he made to their team. Irwin appeared in 529 matches for Manchester United. He was part of the Manchester United squad that won 7 Premier League titles, 3 FA Cups, the European Cup Winners' Cup, the Champions League and the League Cup. The Corkman played against some of the top teams in the world, including Bayern Munich, Inter Milan, Juventus and Barcelona. The omission of Irwin from discussions and lists about greatness is a shame, and it may be indicative of the historical eradication caused in part by the establishment of the Premier League. If the Premier League transformed football in 1992, it changed again at the beginning of the 21st century and again in 2010, when TV money and foreign influences increased and made it harder to find deals like United did with Irwin. The force-feeding of non-stop football and the constant turnover of managers and players also means that the humble brilliance of someone like Irwin is left to fade into the background and isn't a glamorous enough name to merit a mention in the contemporary era of Twitter experts and sports media. And yet, those who watched him play for Manchester United on a consistent basis recall a guy who was completely trustworthy, superb from set pieces, astonishingly tenacious, and most importantly, criminally underappreciated. So what do you think? How good was Denis Irwin? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments section. Also, make sure to watch this video in the link, and if you like our content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications. On the screen now should be another good video worth watching, so click on that video and we will see you in the next video.